Oi, oi. Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Flat firms to all. And how exciting. I'm very excited today. We're going to have some fun. 0 fucks will be given. And we're just going to rejoice in the fact of how epic the Flat Earth British think tank is. We're literally fucking shifting the paradigm and making a big difference. Now, apart from the fact about all of the, Corona stuff happening, that might be down to the truthers or Flat Earth British think tanks, difficult to determine. Well, anyway, apart from that, it would seem that we are kicking holy fucking shit out of NASA. Now, they have been on the last legs for a while because for the people with eyes to see, they've been coming out with the stupidest shit ever. Helicopters on Mars, helicopters, require lift. They require some sort of atmosphere at least. It's really annoying to all of it. It's just beyond a fucking joke, okay? So thinking people know now. So the paradigm's about to shift, and I think the clues are in the events of this weekend. Now, you may have seen the news flash. 88, pile in, a few of you. Please share this out. Where is everybody? Come on. Jazz Soldier 432420 rules apply, by the way. Have your hats, have your glasses, have your everything, okay? For a British think tank. Now, as you can see on the title for this thumbnail, poor Neil deGrasse Twatson has shit his fat boy pants. Now, I'm not going to feel any sympathy for this individual. He needs to grow a pair, actually, and talk to a flat earther. Now, Eric Dubay, as you may or may not know, has made a movie called Level with Dave on there, Dave Murphy and ODT and others, calling out his fat fucking ass, but he just can't really. He's basically brown alerting it because basically the situation is, and has been probably since the very beginning of the Flat Earth Awakening, is that they can't debate this. They have tried, but they can't bring anything to the table because they are not using real science, okay, to determine anything. They always assume a globe to start with, and everything is just pre-assumed on this globe nonsense. And, they'll do the stupidest shit by saying, well, the sun, dips over a curve. No. You have to explain that, do all the research for them, or any number of bullshittery that they come out with. It's just fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so there's been a brown alert. Apparently, Neil deGrasse Tyson is touching cloth right now. He's prairie dogging it. Shitting his pants because he knows, the whole world is going to be breathing down his neck for him to grow some big boy pants and talk to Eric Dubay. Now, Eric is a really lovely chap, and I'm sure he's not going to hurt you too much, and he won't try to be civil and not embarrass you too much in front of the entire world. Okay, but the truth is, this could be very, very good for you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, deGrasse, and for you to come clean. Okay, alleviate your soul of all of that weight that's gonna put a fiery pineapple into your rectum. Okay, twice daily, maybe 3 times daily, when you get to Hellsville, which is waiting for you with your own door number for lying like a motherfucker to the people. So here's your moment of glory, Neil deGrasse Twatson, to come clean. So, in fact, any scientists out there, we must be really, really annoying to you. I would absolutely love, I have fantasized about this 1,000 times, to debate one of the TV actor scientists, maybe Brian Cockless-Clocks. But it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Good news is, she's about to sing, and I'm showing you now. Neil deGrasse Twatson. Anyway, flat thumbs to you all, guys. Peace and love to you all. Hope you're all feeling good. There is Jazz Soldier thinking about me just now as you, Jazz. There's a coinky dink. Alva Billy, my brilliant brother, who's in Oz. Travis McClung. If space is curved and we can prove the Earth is flat, you don't need to prove the Earth is flat, mate. There's no curvature, yo. Okay. They can't take a photograph of Earth. They don't exist. They haven't got one. They haven't got any photographs of satellites because they're all loon balloons. All of this is common knowledge. What makes you think that you're living on a spinning ball going at breakneck speed through a vacuum of space? They invented the worst environment that happens nowhere naturally on Earth they could have possibly imagined. Nowhere. So you, motherfuckers, can't go there. But Onze's, do you know Onze's? Well, I don't know what's going on here with Onze's. Now, he's an epic truther and has been around since the very beginning of this ride in 2015. The Flat Earth Awakening, I mean. And Onze's, you have maybe seen him in chat 1,000 times if you're in this community. And he always posts the juice. Yeah, but he's only got like 750 subscribers. I was shocked when I seen it. I thought he'd been fucking thousands. So I'm going to show a bit of a video that he posted where they have to change the entire narrative. I mean, what's happened is this new film, Blue Skies. Hi, Eddie, as well. Hi, Leroy. I'll come and shout you all now in a minute. This new film that Eric Dubay has released called Level. They have no choice to respond to, and they already have, because Neil deGrasse Tyson has some podcasts with this really fucking dense guy. I can't get over how stupid he was. Awfully nice, but really fucking dense. Well chosen. And he just confesses that they have never been to space. In fact, he says that all astronauts that have ever been up there, except for the Apollo missions, who are in low Earth orbit, which is a great distinction apparently between low Earth orbit and fucking space. They've only ever been to low Earth orbit. No fucker has ever been to space, and he's confessing it. Yeah. So you can't really put anything onto the Apollo missions because basically, as fuckwit Don Pettit will tell you, we destroyed it all because it seemed like a good idea. They destroyed it all, guys. Yeah. It's just fucking ridiculous. All of it. It's ridiculous. Insulting my Brian this way. I'm gonna do these things in reality. So anyway, you notice in my name there, Lika. That was my nickname in school, one of them. Anyway, Leroy, my friend, who is in America land, Canada, me, good to see you. Whoever blocked Nunia, I don't know who's blocking. No, don't block anyone unless it's like they're really assholes. And then we'll just, you know, try and forgive them and see if they're willing to change their ways. We do that. That's what we're like. So, future of the past, love your videos. You are absolutely brilliant at presenting. I've just modded you up because I mod up people in this field who are content providers. Basically, because I know your face and I see you know who you are. Yeah. Blue Sky, pimping Martin. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I got 30 dice in my car. I've got a car. But if I did, I wouldn't have 30 dice, okay? Or anything with leopard skin. No offense, ladies. I'm sure you fucking love the old leopard skin, but Flat Earth British, you don't like leopard skin. Yeah, it goes with water beds shaped in love hats made of satin. Yeah, we don't do that in this reality anymore. Chad Binks at, why can't they ever have cameras face up to the shuttle launches? Why can't they? I noticed in that fuckery I posted on my last post, they had like mobile devices. So it'd be nice if you could crank up on YouTube, yeah, and point it out the window. Or get a really good P1000 and mag up on the streets of Melbourne and show people walking upside down, etc. Which you're never going to do because you can't do it. Because basically, nothing can get up there. It's really easy to work this out, guys, yeah? They can't take a photograph of Earth because they can't get up high enough, yeah? In my Brian, 12 kilometers down, 12 kilometers up. And that's at the, well, the size of this place, this room that we're in, this boat, the ship, this... well, whatever we're in. Well. Q Essence, Eddie, good to see you. Blue Sky said that. Mike James, K Westbury. So yeah, a few discoveries been having to think about. So I've been thinking more about a lot of the stuff that we do is about allegory, isn't it? Chris Duggan, about allegory. So I've been basically trying to work out what the classical architectural motifs actually mean. So we got like the Cherubanuskis, I guess, and the fasces set out, with the drum and the fasces and the swords crossed. We sort of got the gist of what this stuff means. It all relates to technology, doesn't it? Ancient Italian tech. Fasces technology, some of it, or drums, vibrations, earthquakes, which we're going to talk about a little bit in this post. Weird, spooky shit showing, which sort of confirms my suspicions that earthquakes are actually, in certain situations, man-made and deliberate. Okay? The narratives that we've looked into to do with the biggest cities on Earth, biggest ports on Earth, Lisbon, Port Royal, San Francisco, all taken out by these giant earthquakes and in some cases tsunamis, I think, to be deliberate, even with the modern day. So we're going to look into that a little bit later. And the discovery of a really funky new word, which I think I'll be using quite a bit, festoons. Okay, I bet when you looked at the title and thought, Neil deGrasse Tyson shits his pants and festoons. What the fuck is festoons? That sounds really, really horrible. Kat, good to see you. Oh, Mel shouting Kat to you. Valerie, thanks for everything you do. Lovely. Elizabeth Thompson, Andrea, thank you. Happy hat. I got a few happy hats. I'll have a happy hat change while I'm going. Yeah, I suggest you do the same. I've got loads of these things as well for happy shades replacements. So we're going to have a bit of comedy as well later on. Choice shot. Found an absolutely brilliant. This is a fucking killer, this one. A 1950s public information film, but it's like totally predictive programming. It's so on the money, it's spooky. It's like either they know what's coming, because they even give the date of a pandemic in 1950 and tell you what it is, and tell you what it's called and everything. This thing is like, so I'm going to play that a bit later. Images of the day, and I want to talk about the release of my new book, which is going to be out on Kindle from next week, which is very exciting. I'm looking to having some sort of celebration because the last book came out like in December. By March is fucking lockdown of humanity, so that fucked that royally. Planned sort of conventions, book tour and everything else I was going to do to get that Flat Earth truth out there. So book 2, okay, the Holy Grail of the Great Reset. I suspect from my investigations this title might kill it. And there's no other books with that title just yet. So I might have got ahead of the game a bit, I'm hoping. And the juice in it is going to spill the beans on everything. It's enough to, basically, as demonocracy was worried about, fuck up the whole of their modern culture, which is fucking good because it fucking stinks. But a whole fucking cesspit of iniquity, the whole fucking place is. Can't stand it. The way that they got it at the moment. It needs cleaning up fucking tenfold. And I'm sure you all agree. It's all fucking Nazis everywhere. Can you imagine? They literally hired an army. It came up on my Facebook today of these covert cops. Yeah. And they've hired an army of them in British City, and they are employed to 2023. What? I don't want to do another 2 fucking years of this, guys. It's 2021, innit? I don't want to do another 2 years of bullshittery, being locked in and having to fucking duck and dive at railway stations and shit like I'm some sort of fucking drug dealer or fucking criminal. I don't want to feel like that, guys. We're not doing any wrong, are we? Just fucking traveling and carrying on with our lives. So something needs to be pushed and something needs to be done. And I have a plan. In fact, my plan from the very beginning is spookily on track. Freaks me fucking out sometimes, but I won't question it too much. Did Ja redo? Yeah, I think it did redo the whole place when he reset. Demonocracy, indeed, my brother Leitch. Interesting animal shares and things today. I love that parrot. Parrots are so beautiful, aren't they? Or macaws, whatever they are. Hello, Juan Torres. Good to see you, my friend, my brother. Ravan Hawk is here. I can't see shit. Martin Duggan, oblique humanoids. Yeah, basically hemorrhoidal Earth. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a fucking half. Fucking not to be fine a point on here. it's, it spins out at the middle and it's now plump like a pear. And some of the other utter buffoonery that comes out is quite embarrassing to humanity. If I was a NASA employee, I would be very, very embarrassed with Neil deGrasse Tyson's gob, but not as bad as Brian Cockless Cock. Yeah, his reason for the globe is, I went to the seaside with my child that I adopted because I haven't got a penis, and he said that he's seen a ship go over the curve of Earth. Can't even be bothered because it's too epically stupid for my brain to go there. It's too stupid for us to talk to. What are we going to do? They need to, at this stage of the game, even if they got Richard fucking Feynman, yeah, buddied up with Alan fucking Watts, yeah, we'd still fuck them up. It's embarrassing. They're going to have to come up with something. They got any Ramanujas hidden away in a vault anywhere? Yeah, with fucking like super fucking fantastic at calculations and shit. Unlock them. Get them to debate the flat earthers, because you are in fucking deep shit. Carl Chemist, good to see you. Knock some up, Carl. You a real chemist, Carl? Hi, mate. I on the created. I'm 13, El Paso. Where's the pear? I know it's a pear. I know. He's a fucking, just a Norman. He's a Norman of immense size, isn't she? Solid rock. Just hold it. Stationary plane. Higher. It's stationary plane. Yeah. And Mickey Wallbanger is sure. Love Festoons. Yeah, find all about Festoons. It sounds rude, doesn't it? Festivals. I was going to post about them, but we'll talk about that again. Festivals and the origins of festivals are to reverse everything. If you read about it, just look it up. Also with carnivals, because I thought like carnival, there might be something in it with carnival, and I think there is. Also with fate, your fate would be decided when you go to a fete. These fairgrounds and fetes, carnivals and festivals are a massive part of the Phoenician paradigm. The weather's been utter bollocks, because the pubs are opened in Wales. They literally chemtrailed us to death. So no, it's all outdoors. So now it's pissing down. Hope I am well. Stationary plane. Well, yeah, mate. Fucking don't do anything else. It would be rubbish, wouldn't it? I get trouble with my Brian because I like to be like doing fantastic stuff and like things really happening. And if they're not, I'm like, oh fuck me. I'm having a non-fantastic moment. That sucks. But it's all right because it takes me seconds to get it fantastic again, because I cook something up in my Brian. I get online, do it, and then it's like, well, that was fucking easy. I'm well connected, by the way, out there in the community, in the FE, so I can get anything kicking off, which is excellent. Now, yeah, future of the past. If you haven't seen this lady, she does brilliant videos, to do with Tatari and Mudflood, and she plays all the images behind her on a green screen. She's really funky, and probably one of the best Tatarians in Britain at the moment, killing it there. Love, Slim Pickens, Puff Pass, Terry, 420 rules apply, happy hats apply, not giving a fuckness applies, keeping your vibration high, giggling to yourself, right? Because honestly, this is really fucking tickling me right now, of what we're doing. We're doing it in the really nicest way as well. Like, I've got no anger, I've got no hate. I'm not feeling really bad about them. I like to take the fucking piss though, because they're lying fucking mongrels, and I will call it fucking out as it is. Am I lying? Am I saying anything? He's a fucking lard ass. He needs to fucking lay off the burger, salad dodger. Anyway, yeah? And he's also out of occultism, because look at the photographs on his profiles on the fucking... He wears all of these moon and star fucking occultic things. Yeah, he's Freemason. Has to be. Anyway, Tom Stanley, the Crystal Forest inside Petrified Chair. Yeah, I see now. Mind blowing. Brian Tucker, I can see Australia out my window. No, I can't. Where's Squirrel Sniper? I talked to him yesterday on Facebook. He's fine. I think he got van truck trouble. And plus, it might be windy at that tree tonight and a bit chilly. And I bet you get a good signal in living in a tree, though. Yeah. Squirrel net is the best, apparently. And squirrels, What? Oh, what was that advert? Fuck me. What has a hazelnut in every bite? Squirrel shit. Corin, Gemma, and Arwin, this realm. Okay, we're going to get some NASA stuff going now. Okay, Jane, Plain of God. Good God. Good. Do the hippie shake. I used to love that record. Do the hippie shake. As my friends can testify who are in the chat right now, I do have funny moods like all the time. Adam Karma, lovely. Thanks for sharing that video and your awesome music. There's Adam Karma. You can find him. I liked on my video on my, I guess my playlist if I have such a thing. And Adam Karma there. Have a look. He makes truth and music and does beautiful images and stuff to go with it. So have a look at him as well. I said Mickey Wall banger. Good to see my friend Tartarian Meltage. We made Bloomberg write an article and they called us Tartarian theorists. Is that so? Ooh, I didn't know about that. Epic. So what's that? Martha dashing indeed. Don't dash off just yet, Martha. Martha, my dear. Adolf was right. Flat fucking fumage. Adolf was right. Your birthday just gone. Oh, it was yesterday. Can't show the fourth wall. They never fucking show the fourth wall. Fucking hell. I'll be giving the game right away, wouldn't it? Anyway, it's getting transparent and silly. Let's have a look at some stupid transparent and silly nastiness. I've done a lot on my channel. I've been doing Flat Earth since 2015. So I've got a lot to choose from. But we'll just keep it short. This vlog's not going to be like 3 hours long. Because I basically got an interview tomorrow. I'm talking to a guy who's in Britain. And his name, you may have seen him on the interview I did with Max Egan and Richard Lopez. The guy's name is Clive Declart, or Declart. Clive Declart. And it's about health and stuff. We're going to talk about health and stuff. He does like this electromagnetic healing and all that. He's not buying organite stuff, though. We don't think that's a thing. And I included like 2 chapters on organite stuff in my last book. So I'm definitely a purveyor of that. So we may have a bit of a debate going on. So that will be posted over the weekend. I'll record that. That'll be tomorrow, okay? And other stuff happening. Just too much to even describe, okay? I did a vote on my community page today. And grizzling, like, where is everybody? Like that today. So it's like, fuck it. I'm having an FE meet. Okay, so put that on my basically community page. In the near future, also, we've been discussing, myself, Melich, who is Jazz Soldier, who's in the chat right now, for some sort of summer solstice limited get-together, because there's not that much space where we were thinking of having it. And I was thinking of, and I wrote an email today to my friend in Birmingham for where they had the Truth Juice convention. It was a massive venue. Yeah, get hundreds of us in there. I asked him, you know, can I hire it? And how much is it? Today, so I'm waiting for an answer back. So if I do get that, that'll be sweet. We can have a big convention, and that'll be something to look forward to. Where's the fucking conventions? Yeah, it can't be just America land having all the juice. Yeah, what about the Brits? Fucking hell. I guess I'll have to do it all again, will I? Like every fucking time. Yeah. Well, that's all right then. Lucky I'm up to it. Anyway, let's have a think about this stupidest shit ever, okay? Which is space, the final frontier. Dun, 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 dun. Bullshit. Dun, 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 dun. Utter wank. Dun, dun. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at that. That's the theme tune for the beginning of this video, by the way. So anyway, let's have a share screen. I'm going to come back then, and then I'm going to mute my microphone because we're going to have a listen to 5 minutes or so, okay, of Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah, brown alerting, touch it, okay, and spilling the beans and actually telling bits of truth, like they ain't going to space, we ain't going to space, nobody's ever going to space, because space ain't fucking there, yo. It's water. It's all coming up, guys. Don't you know? Oh, I fucking love it. Anyway, fuck them. I just can't stand a liar, guys. Like, when you're living in a place of lies, I've always been the same as well. I've just never could stand a fucking liar. And now we're living in a place of a whole, I found out that everything was a lie, all them, them years ago. Fuck that shit. Fight them all away. Anyway, peace and love. Let's show you this second. Okay. So, here is Eric Dubay's awesome video, The Level Flat Earth. Now, I was grizzling actually the other day about this film because I watched it. I didn't see the end because I thought, like, fuck me, I'm not in it. I always get left out of the fucking Flat Earth movies, and I've been like a fucking hardcore truther since the very beginning. I've done more than most. I have literally done more than most in this community, in the truthers, because I've done all conventions and everything, really. So there he is, yeah. Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's getting called out by our Eric and Dave, who calls him a fat bastard. Okay. He don't. He should have done. And this is when you come back from the moon, okay? Yeah. You just did the biggest, most important thing in human history. So you're going to need to face like a smacked fucking ass. Yeah. Look at him. Yeah, they couldn't be more unhappy. Look at them faces, look down in shame. Yeah, because you just fucking went under some mind control program. They probably told you went to space. By the time you come out of the LSD and fucking got your shit together, it was like, fuck me, that was trippy. I thought I went to fucking space and walked on the moon, eh? No, man, it was just a fucking trip. Fuck me, did we leave anywhere? Fuck no, we haven't left the room in 3 days, guy. Fuck me. I think that's what happened. I don't even think you need Kubrick. Yeah, just need a shitty little studio and 1969 grade Hoffman laboratory LSD, and these fuckers are sorted. Yeah. There he is, Don. I wouldn't want to harm Don in any way. I'd like to slap his bald head, like, but not in a cruel way. And I wouldn't like to pick on him. No, that's actually might be a little white lie. I would pick on him. I would pick on him terribly. So there he says, we lost all the technology because we fucking smashed it all up with baseball bats. No, we're lying. It didn't really exist. We didn't do shit because we can't. Look at them crazy fucking eyes. You need to lay off the Billy, my friend. He's like, his eyes are popping. Yeah? Fuck me, he's tweaked. So there it is. The Globature. Oh, this guy don't know him, but, he's like, good at reeling off flat earth facts and stuff. And there is Smelly Kelly, who got bubbled totally when they fucking asked him about, like, basically, what about bubbles in space? Yeah? Or one of the flat earthers asks him in an auditorium. Yeah, somewhere by here. And, he has a brown alert. He shits himself, and it's like, oh, don't ask me again. And then you're chasing him around, asking him, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Bubbles? So, yeah, it gives you all of the proofs, the stupid shit, the harnesses, and epic Eddie Bravo, who's so on the money. We fucking utterly love our Eddie Bravo. He's like one of my brothers. I've met, yeah, he's like a family, isn't he? And there's that stupid sausage there, Neil deGrasse. No, we're not beyond forgiveness, Neil. Yeah, if you just say, like, stop being such a bitch, like for the Nazis as well. Yeah, fucking irony in there, my friend. Yeah, use Werner von fucking give me loads of money, you bastards. I'll lie like fuck, and then I'll put on my gravestone about the fucking domage. So there's Santos, who hates my proverbial guts for some fucking reason, spammed me to death and said, don't ever talk to me. It's like, not that I was fucking going to anyway, but thanks anyway, chap. So I left it at that a few years ago. I haven't persevered, and I won't. There's my friends on TV with Matt. And look at this, guys. This woman here, she's a pilot, yeah? Fucking brilliant, this is. I'll give you a little rush when she did this. She starts working out like a sort of, orbital mechanics and stuff, and she's a pilot. She looks at it, and then the penny fucking drops, and she's like, oh my God, she's flat. She just has that moment, and, we've all had that, in this community, it's flat earth community, we've all had that moment, and it is a profound moment when at first you sort of doubt it, And then when when the sense, it's in, it's like, holy fuck, how could I not have seen? That's the stupidest thing I've ever believed. The Globe, I mean, it's just wow. And she's just fantastic in it. So anyway, good news is, Gripey Martin, okay, gets to the end, and Neil gets called out by our Eric, who is going to make this man cry. He's going to be soon. I hope it's very fucking soon. Anyway, you get to the end. Mel turned me on to this because last time I watched it, I didn't actually watch it all the way to the end, okay? So we had a shout on this movie. I'll show you now. Dun, 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 dun. Bullshit. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so let's see who's on there and we'll give him shoutages. So Eric Dubay, phenomenal. Thanks for my shoutage, or our shoutage, Eric. We love you. Odd TV, who's been my mate for years now, who's mad. Mr. Astrology, who has a problem with me for some fucking reason. Flat Earth Millionaire, don't know him, but he sounds like he got a few quid. Buy some land, Flat Earth Millionaire. D Murphy 24 is my mate Dave. I've known him years, met him loads of times. OC Inc. We had change, obviously. Flat Earth Watertown, don't know them. Taboo's Conspiracy, obviously. Pilot TLX, don't know them. G Tollin Media One, yes I. And Flat Earth Dude, who's my brother. I love Flat Earth Dude. Wide Awake, yeah, that makes sense. Sandra, P900 Cool Pics, how lovely. And Flat Earth British Think Tank. And Martin Kenny, who is Flat Earth Paradise and Dimension as well, which makes sense. So, yeah, there was only like a dozen names, and we got a shout at the end. So I'm not quite sure why, because we're not actually in the movie. But I am very grateful anyway, as I'm sure we all are, because millions, including... He's lost a lot of weight. I don't think I should call him a lad's ass. This guy here, he's awfully nice, but he's infinitely dense. I'll just come back a second. I'll show you now. So, oh, this is so fucking comical. This is going to be a laugh. So I'm going to mute the microphone in a minute, guys. I'm going to show you 10 minutes or so of what this guy says. This guy doesn't even know faraway space is supposed to be, or basically anything about reality, it would seem. He turns everything into Scotty honeys. So, make sure to thumb this up. Make sure... Okay, to share this out, if you would, please. Okay, now I'm going to mute my microphone. I'm going to play a video for a little while. Share screenage. Enjoy. Can a pair of transsexuals marry a wife before God? Well, this is the fuckery of this place. Apparently on YouTube, fucking bestiality and all of that's allowed to, they can play it. But you've mentioned the Earth's flat or history's a lie, you're going to get fucked with. The whole place is fucked, yeah? So Del was on about it the other night. Apparently, yeah, I'm not sure if it's illegal in Canada, probably France, yeah, for you to marry your goat or your donkey or your pet fucking chihuahua, yeah? Apparently, yeah, but if you say the Earth is fucking flat, yo, you got big problems. The fucking place is infinitely fucked up. I hate it. I can't stand. I didn't mean hate. I mean, I'm underwhelmed by it all. Okay, it is sick, but that's the place we live in. Yeah, we're gonna have to show passports for injections we're not going to be having. But if you're a fucking pedo, apparently you don't have a passport, or like, announce everywhere like they're a fucking pedo. But if you haven't had a jab, like, yeah, it's fucking nuts. Can't stand the place. Something needs to be done drastically. Good job, I'm here. Anyway, Honey Ann, good to see you from Texas. TX Muddy Muzz. Mike Kretmar, that's an interesting name. Carl, so you're a real chemist, Carl. What do you make? I have fairies. Good to see you. Memory Man, my friend. Good to see you too. And side splitting. Right, let's have a look at some weirdness. Have a listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson spilling the beans about space being bullshit, yeah? So if you are a globe believer, one of your demigods, Neil deGrasse Tyson, is about to tell you some truths that you may have ignored in the past conveniently in your cognitive dissonance that you suffer so badly with. Anyway, let's get punk, let's get rad, let's have some fun. Good anarchy, flat firms. Martin, world's gone crazy and blind. Don't worry, brother, because as I said, there's enough here to, keep it all, straight and true. Okay.
Well, okay.
The volume
if
didn't
that's
come
the
through,
case,
then I'm sorry about
do you
that.
know how many
appreciate that. Do it again.
people? Sorry. So, when people say they want to go into space,
I want to go.
What do they typically mean by that?
They mean I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going into space, man. I'm going up there. I'm going up there.
Up there, and generally they mean they want to go into orbit. All right. Anyone who has ever been in space.
They don't mean that. They want to go to space, man.
Well, okay. If that's the case, do you know how many people have left low Earth orbit?
Well, first of all, you are going to have to define low Earth orbit for me.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Because
I'll say it another way. All right. The Apollo astronauts.
Okay,
that left Earth.
Right.
To go to the moon.
All right.
Okay.
And that's space.
Okay, wait a minute. So there was Apollo 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 8 missions left Earth to go to the moon. Not all of them landed, right? As famously Apollo 13 didn't. And Apollo 10 was just a dry run for Apollo 11. But those are the only people who have ever left Earth for a destination.
That's cool.
Every other astronaut, hundreds of them, are called astronauts, and we still say they went into space. And what that means is they went into low Earth orbit.
Oh, that's just awful.
And so low Earth orbit is, in practice, where the space station is. It's about a couple of hundred miles up. So the distance from Earth's surface to the space station is less than the distance from New York City to Washington, D.C.
Oh, God, why are you depressing me like
this? I'm just trying to be honest about this.
This is awful.
Okay? So when people say to me, you want to go into space and because somebody's got some orbital tourist thing, and I'm thinking, to me, space is the large-scale structure of the universe. Thank you. Not boldly going where hundreds have gone before, driving around the block, as low Earth orbit indicates. Okay? So, yeah, you can drive to Earth orbit in, 3 or 4 hours.
Oh,
all right. If the road were pointing straight up. So NASA and others, I'm not implicating NASA uniquely in this, when they say we are going into space, that's what they mean. Okay? Now, there's a functional definition of space.
Damn, so SpaceX should be...
it gets worse.
They should be called Leo X.
Low Earth orbit X. Yeah, well, actually, they've got sites on Mars, and more power to them.
Okay.
All right. So I count that as space, personally.
All right.
So there's a functional definition of space. If you want to ask, have you been to space, whether or not have you been in orbit? And that distance is the height above Earth's surface, where you've left enough of Earth's atmosphere behind you that the atmosphere is no longer scattering sunlight. And if it's no longer scattering sunlight, it means in broad daylight, your sky is dark.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense. So there's a distance for which that's it. And they rounded the number. So it's a nice clean number. It's 100 kilometers up, or about 62 miles.
Damn.
Okay. All right. So if you do the conversion. So if you get to that altitude, whether or not you're in orbit, you go above the blue sky. All right.
Right.
The daytime blue sky.
Right.
Then that sky gets darker and darker, and there it is.
Black. The
It is
blackness
black.
of space.
It is, so you can have Earth behind you, the blackness of space over to one side, and the brilliant sun off to the other side.
Welcome to space, baby.
Does that happen?
Yeah. Once you get past the scattered sunlight. Welcome to space, girl. What's happening?
Welcome.
If,
Relax.
if you look to the left, you might see a little something called the moon.
The move. Yeah. Okay, check. We'll sign you up for the narrative. All right. So I don't have a problem with that, except that definition depends on Earth's atmosphere, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Suppose Earth's atmosphere were half as thick as it is. All right.
Now you're going 31 and 31.
Now you're going 50 kilometers, 31 miles up.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
Now, suppose it was 1/4 as thick. Now you're going 25 kilometers and 15 miles up. All right. Now, suppose it was 1/10 this thickness. Then it's 10 miles up. And suppose we didn't have an atmosphere at all. So then are you still in space just by standing here on Earth? Because under those in that circumstance, you would look up and you would no longer have a blue sky. That's why I personally am not calling that space.
Wow.
Because you're using Earth's atmosphere as a definition of space, and I'm not giving it to you.
So the measuring stick cannot be the atmosphere of the body upon which you stand.
Should not be influenced by your atmosphere. That's correct.
Right.
I can't give that to you. I'm sorry. I understand why you want to use that rule. Because if you're going to have a tourist jaunt and you're not quite going yet into orbit, you want to get at least that high so you can see the night sky in broad daylight. I get that. But I'm just going to say I just went on a very high plane ride. That's all I would say.
Wow. Now, let me just say this. Because I happen to know that you know a lot of astronauts.
Yes.
A lot.
Oh, did I say this to their face? No.
And I was going to say, I'm just hoping that you haven't had this conversation with any of them. Because they would be like, as soon as you leave, they're like, man, that guy's a real a-hole, man. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, when I was growing up, my brother would imitate them. You know, a fist into the chest.
Exactly. Damn, because that is harsh. But it makes sense when you think about it. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, if you want to say, let's go into space, take me somewhere. That's all. Is that so wrong? Is that so? I don't want the definition of space to be contingent on how thick your atmosphere is.
So is the space station space? Is that beyond that threshold? The space station? Is it beyond?
Oh, yeah, because even at that level, there's still a lot of atmospheric particles. There's just not enough of those particles to make the day sky blue. It's sky blue. So, but that's too low to put anything in a sustained orbit. You go up to the space station, it's 200, 250 miles. That's still getting atmospheric particles hitting it. Right. So every now and then the space station has to be boosted back to its original orbit because the atmospheric particles are decaying the orbit. So yeah, this is it's outside of that definitional layer.
But it's still low Earth orbit.
It's still low Earth orbit. And I don't even want middle Earth orbit or geosynchronous orbit. You're still kind of attached to Earth. And I'm sorry, as an astrophysicist, to me, space is the large scale structure of the universe. So give me my warp drives and then I'll be happy.
All right. Listen, I can't find fault with anything you said. It kind of makes sense, especially the destination part, which I think also inspires progress.
Let space be where you're going.
Yeah, destination inspires progress. Nobody.
That's right.
Nobody says, pack a bag, I'm going to the store. Nobody does that.
Or no one says, watch me drive around the block 100 times.
Exactly. Nobody does that. You know,
Grandpa, are you going to go anywhere? No, I'm just going around the block.
Let me tell you, cool? We're going for a drive around the block.
Right, enough of the pretentious wank at the end. Fucking spilling the beans. You can read between the lines, surely to God. I know you flat earthers can definitely read between the lines. They are crumbling under the weight of their own bullshit, guys. This is Neil responding because he's watched the level. There's literally a section in there which just fucking debunks all of their bullshittery of space. So this is him responding. They've chose like that guy who's infinitely, what the fuck? Didn't he go to school? What the fuck? He doesn't know how far space away is supposed to be. It's just like, this is fucking kindergarten stuff. How come the fucking guy doesn't know this? So he was chose well for his, his denseness. Lovely chap, I'm sure, but he was chose well for this psyop on operation. This is not even damage control anymore. It's gone way beyond that. They can't do anything. So it's just now it's just like extend the duper's delight, fucking tread water, come out with more bullshit, as much money as we fucking possibly can before the whole thing fucking collapses. Is what they'll do. Anyway, let's give a few of you a shout. We've got some loads of stuff to come. I've got a bit of NASA off my channel. I'm going to show you now a minute, guys. I don't want to do the volume with it. One of the old Apollo missions, and look at the fuckery in this. Okay, you've got plenty of this stuff you can find on the Tatarian channel and this channel as well if you just scroll back. So just going to share screen a minute. Welcome 400 of you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Epic whatever day it is. I don't even know anymore. So there's Neil. What do you think, Neil? Do you think you can debate our Eric Dubay? No, don't ask me because you don't know shit about shit, do you? I don't know what's going to happen with you. You're all in such fucking trouble, aren't you? So let's watch the fuckery of space. Now, I watched a clip earlier, and I just couldn't believe the water droplets that were floating around this place. Now, they got laptops hanging around everywhere. This is infinite death if these things just act. They're in an oxygen mixture. Everything should just ignite. There's been no troubles, no accidents, nothing's going on. There's dozens of them up there stinking to fucking high hell. The truth is, guys, is when I was at sea years ago, after maybe 2-3 days at sea, never mind weeks at sea, everybody is minging. Yeah, everybody is rough shaven, a bit smelly from the seawater, etc., and looking like, basically seamen. And this is not the way you would look. Now, what I would really like to see is maybe somebody floating around not in a stupid given black shirt. Now, they're all immaculately pressed, so they obviously got a ISS ironer to iron all of their shirts. They all fit really snug because there's basically harnesses underneath them. You can spot on a lot of the stuff with Tim Peake, a lot of stuff with that fucking Canadian, I can't remember his name, they're actually hanging upside down. I wouldn't be surprised if this lady was too. This floaty around hair stuff is very selective. Yeah, so she's got a touch of the eye, got something about Mary's going on. There's something keeping her hair nice and crispy there. So there she is, upside down. So that's what's really happening. We've seen this on a Penn and Teller show. They definitely do this, and it gives you the impression. You can see it because they go red in the face, and the face is sort of drooping upwards as well. You see on a lot of them. And you can see that they're struggling by the end of it all. Yeah? Nobody or nothing is orbiting anything anywhere. Okay? So, yeah, the women of these ISSs are the worst, aren't they? They just does your head in. They take up all of these makeup products and fucking all of this hair flying around. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. I've been doing this for quite a while. This was my backup channel. That's quite good. Unmanned bases on the moon. And that one there, talking about Redshift. I think this guy here, you may know about him, from the sky at night, Sir Patrick Moore. I think he was a flat earther, I've posted on here as well. Him basically talking about the flat earth. I was going to play it, but I think I might get a copyright strike, actually. So, yeah, NASA. Now, this mission here was pulled apart. I've had this video for 6 years and 5 years. And GeoShifter pulled it apart, and it's the NASA fails of the Challenger 1983 mission. Okay, and what you find is a whole heap of fuckery. The first fuckery you find is, it's been debated, is any of this actually in a TV screen reflected? I'll get to it now. Now, what you find with the days, if you further you go back, to the Skylab or to the Challenger missions, none of this shit that they're doing now on the ISS happens. You can see this here. Is it floating around fucking sporadically? It's not happening. And what you find here is a shot of the space shuttle. And GeoShifter years ago posted this. It's been debated whether that guy there in the background is actually just walking behind a model. I've seen overlays. I've seen people doing layers of this, and it would actually seem that this guy is actually behind this, and not just a reflection in some telly screen, as some people have proposed. I think it's them fucking up with this guy who is in the background there. But if you think that that's maybe a mistake and it is a reflection or something, what happens next certainly isn't. So apparently they're lifting off a satellite out of said space shuttle. I've seen a little bit more of him then. It spins off apparently at 17,500 miles an hour, but no problem tracking it on the camera whatsoever in a vacuum of space. And you get a bit further up, and then you see that it's actually suspended. Let me just speed that up a bit. Oh, that's actually slowing it down. Excuse me. Speed it up a bit. It's actually suspended on a wire and cable, which they actually show for some fucking idiotic reason. So you go, a model in a pool with green screen technology, which they've been using since the 1930s. Nay, 1906. I've seen green screen technology used by Lumiere brothers and others filming at the time, guys. So that's not even that high up. They're just above the clouds there. Never mind whatever that's supposed to be up at 200 fucking miles or what have you. in whatever they call the Kármán layer, which I very fucking much doubt. If it was true or what they're saying, this thing would be incinerated any fucking way. They're supposed to have like that. I seen a video put out today about the moon rover by UAP, and they're supposed to, it's supposed to be like tires in fucking space in a vacuum. Like these things are just not going to pop or anything. So yeah, let me get up to this satellite a bit further on, and then you'll clearly see a wire with it. If I just move on a little bit. Fucking ridiculous, all of it anyway. You just move it on. It's quite a good video, this. I'll link it up. Actually, it's on my channel. But can you see they're not doing the same shit as they do now on the ISS? It's just like everything is just backdated. That it's not doing all what it used to. But ridiculous. They're eating foods. Imagine all of the shit in the particles. What do they flush it? Do they actually flush all of the air out and they all go in one room or something? So where is that bit with this satellite on the wire? Excuse me. It's back by here somewhere. Excuse me. Should have timestamped it, really. So this thing here comes out, and then you see a wire directly above it. So they're a little bit fitter, the astronauts back in the day, than they are now. Nowadays, I think you have to be looking like really unhealthy. So I can't find it. Anyway, it's on my channel, but there's a lot of fucking. There's a guy walking in front of the screen. Challenger is one of the most easiest, I would say, to pull apart videos, and it's like nothing like anything you would see nowadays. It's all changed. So make sure you check that out. It's on Odd TV's channel as well. Level, if you haven't seen it. Yeah, chuffed with a shout off Eric. At least he's the thing is what I was thinking, guys. It's really lovely that we got recognized. There was only a dozen names on there or so, and I noticed he left out others in this movement, certain channels, like all of them mainly, but included us. So really, really respect that. Really quite touched by it too. There's nothing better than a good bit of recognition for all your efforts. I've got to be honest. Now, architectural classical motifs. We've been pulling these apart for the longest time, guys. Okay. And we'll learn something together, shall we? Now, This got brought to my attention. Conversation the other day with one of the peeps, Haley, who was wondering what species these flowers are. Now, I'm got a degree in horticulture, and I still can't identify them. Nearest, I think, is a rhododendron. Okay, but they have the laurel leaves and the double tauruses, which are shells. In my mind, these could be animite type things or shells. Now, very interesting, and I'll talk about it on the weekend. Mel, Jazz Soldier, who is in chat right now, sent me a link only yesterday where she was looking into worms, Magellans, which led her on a road to inquiry where she was looking into shells. And it's a big part of this, isn't it? You know, always with the shells with these people. And it turns out that they used shells in medieval armor. And, you know, you got the thing with shell oil. I think we you know, something bigger is more important is with the shells. So, you know, we got the dome, the keystone, because it's a ship, and the roaring lion coming out of a portal. But isn't that beautiful how they do all of this architecture? So motifs and these flowers. So, yeah, I went through a load of different flowers to try and identify them. And when you look into the narrative, that looks like a rhodie. And when you look into the narrative, they will just say a mixture of wild flowers and a reasoning for it, like this. And that's just underneath. Look, isn't that beautiful? The attention to detail. And these flowers as well. I'm not sure. You know, I haven't been, in all honesty, I'd say that was a daisy, no problem. And I see roses as well. And that's a daisy there. But a lot of these flowers, you know, I've got trouble identifying. It's like the bloody Voynich manuscript. So this thing we see as well as a type of headwear for the Phoenicians, also what looks like a double fascia short either side with these things. And it's very, very technological looking. Again, with these things drooping down. We've been wondering about it for the longest time. And they're in some sort of tech, aren't they? Look at this flowing down. And the portal and the keystones was like, well, what is going on with the flowing flowers? So discussed it over years with Lee, who was in chat now, Flat Earth British, wondering whether when the dome was opened in a previous reset that all of these things just fell from the sky, because we have seen images of it. We have seen images of garlands and flowers just falling from the sky. So one of the big architectural features of the classical world is the plaque, this thing here, the blank plaque, which all over Christendom has had the inscriptions, if there were any to begin with, removed, if there were any, which is probably not the case, because we now think that these, what they're telling us is portals or mirror portals, okay, mirrors. Possibly reflections, possibly the water, the puddles, the membrane, that, you know, that interactive zone where they break through. And the shell there as well. You see, these flowers are just really weird. They're almost technological. And strange deities there. So that's a really good one. So yeah, we learned about the corona, which is this layer here, and this style of Corinthian order arch, you know, column tops and the different styles of Baroque, neoclassical. And so we're getting to, you know, get grips with what we're looking at. And they put these, again, with these, I guess, leaves. The green man, who is also Bacchus, who is also Lucifer, which we talked about in my last post. And the horn of plenty, you will always have fruits and these unidentified garlands of flowers again. And this one of these plaques at the Vatican. And you get the cross keys, the key as well, like the canal and the key and the cross keys. There's a place in Wales near to me called Cross Keys. And the papal fish bell end hat thing that they wear. And you get these three mountains and sometimes the star. Now, I think this is Mount Meru, and I think this is Polaris. I think this is the pole star just directly above North Pole. And there's a line too here, and another line, or to be more specific, a wave here. See, and another one there. So I've I thought that for quite some time. I think in a lot of these. How many times have we seen this now, guys? How many times have I shown that? Excuse me. Yeah, I can't blow that up, but it's a really strange feature in that shape in a wall, like almost a key. And I'm just thinking, what would be in there? A deity, a figure? No, something else clips into these buildings. Something else fits on them. Again, with these blank motifs, no information, mirrors, and they look exactly like mirror frames of the modern day, or the classical mirrors you can get. I got one in my bathroom. Look, they've even got a stick, 2 eyes, a nose, and like a little lion's mouth. Can you see that? It's definitely feline, isn't it? Yeah, you see that? 2 little, well, I guess pineal glands, the shell, 2 opposing toruses. Spooky face can't be fucking missed, can it? And the blank panel. And there's even a spooky face here, guys. Look, 2 eyes, the horns, and the mouth here. Can you see that? And ears. For fuck's sake. I missed that one there. Oh, wow. So, yeah. What are they? Is called the Festoon, according to the official narrative. But according to the official narrative on the fasces, it talks a load of shit. So, this is what the official narrative is anyways. They are the Festoon, from French feston, Italian fest stone, from late Latin festo, originally a festal garland. Is a wreath or garland hanging from 2 points in architectural, typically a carved ornament depicting conventional arrangement of natural foliage, nothing specific, or fruit, bounded together and suspended by ribbons. The motif is sometimes known as swag, the swag bag, and depicting fabric or linen. Well, yes, we've seen that too, haven't we? So, yeah, the design was largely employed by both the ancient Greeks and the Romans and formed the principal decoration of altars, friezes, and panels. And the ends of the ribbons are sometimes formed into bows and twisted curves. When, in addition, a group of foliage or flowers is suspended, it's called the drop of a margent. Okay. The motif is later used in a neoclassical design and art decoration, especially ceramics and the works of silversmiths. Very interesting. Variations on the exact design are plentiful. For example, the ribbons can be suspended either in a decorative knot or held in mouths of lions. Yes, we've seen that. Or types of Bucrania or Temple of Vesta. Okay, right. Or Trevi, the city in Italy. So, yeah, so that's what they say it is. But in the modern usage, the term can refer to a specific style of electric lighting with individual bulbs suspended along a string that incorporates a power of wiring suspended 2 or more points. So when you down to the seaside and you see those lights suspended, so they are also called festoons. So I'm wondering if this is just an analogy for the brightly lit electrified festoons, because everything's just harping back, isn't it? See how they're under there? What would be the use of that? So, okay, I get it. Phoenicians arrive, processions, they celebrate with music, drinking, festivals, carnivals. I get that, right. And plentiful flowers and garlands, and they put it all over their architecture as a type of celebration. Okay, sort of get that. I think there might be something more going on still, though. But that's what they're called. And we'll see them all the more now, and we will recognize what their name is. But just something else, because I tell you why, because there's so many of them and there's so much attention to them and detail to them. And I think they definitely mean something more in the allegorical terms, guys. Yeah? So look at the size on these garlands here, held by these. And on a highly decorated Roman esophagus. 2 festoons. So what kind of plants are that big anyway? And look at this above there, above this line here, is all the Phoenicians in the water. Cherepanouskis and the rest of them. So yeah, I watched a bit of a video earlier about who posted it about Mary Curie. About Mary Curie, I think it was Paul Cook. Mary Curie, Mercury, oh for fuck's sake! So Mary Curie, so goes out with radiation. She's got the name of Lucifer. Oh well, whatever. So yeah, again, you can see him like that in the lion's mouth. So the lion and gallons of flowers doesn't go together. There's something else nefarious in it. But that's what they tell us they are. Festoons! And there's some old etchings. They've been around a while. And they're copied in the modern day. Because I've seen a modern contemporary artist making... if I see it again, I'll remember his name. But he makes modern day plaster of Paris classical cast in this style with these same motifs. And like this. But he does it in the modern day for millionaires' decorations in their mansions and stuff. I guess he's like a designer artist, but the stuff is absolutely beautiful. It looks ancient. It's all like this, but in your home. But I wouldn't like the faces myself. Fucking haunting, aren't they? And they're everywhere in Christendom. That one's in Bucharest. Another city I've been looking into this week. I may have a clue in this post. Yes, I think I have, concerning Bucharest. Really cool one, actually. And they say here on the doors, yes, there on the doors, swag bags, and the Cherubinowskis as well with the falling flowers. Still can't identify them though. Just a mixture of wildflowers, they say. So yeah, festoons we learned today. So earthquakes. Now, I've been talking about earthquakes for years, and sort of because of the narratives and some of the depositions that we've read concerning New Madrid event of 1811. Before the event, there was loud banging, explosions, strange weather, strange astronomical events, and electromagnetic disturbance before any earthquake or prior to it. The same thing was reported in New Madrid. Port Royal in Jamaica, the wickedest city on earth, which had a really bad earthquake tsunami, and the entire city sunk into the mud or the sand. And Lisbon twice reported the same phenomena, these loud banging noises, like they say, like gunfire or cannon fire. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that there is a strong connection between seismic activity and the electromagnetic forces. And in this video, I think, is brilliant proof. Now, it goes on for a bit, but at the beginning, you get a supermarket this week, 2 days ago, 28th actually, so it was only yesterday, there was a big earthquake in Japan. I don't know whether you've seen it. It's quite frightening. So this is in a store where people are acting pretty spazzy, I would say. It's definitely best not to panic in any situation. But you see people freaking and getting out. Watch what happens to the camera, okay? Now, this is a digital camera, not analog, and there's only one thing I know that could cause that. So. Do you see it? Did you see it? This color disturbance. Now, when did you see that with a digital camera? And I know I realized that it's shaking, but this is something else. And it comes up in a few times in this video. Is that her bong? Is that her bong? A bottle of pop. See, I'm from Wales. I've never felt an earthquake, but my rabbit did 2 years ago, stamped the floor. It's like, what the fuck? And then I checked on the news, and they said 3 minutes ago in north of Swansea, there was an earthquake. I posted about it. So watch again now in the supermarket in a minute. Let's get to this supermarket. Excuse me. So yeah, the color goes really, really weird in the supermarket by here. Just keep an eye on this. And this disturbance, which is electromagnetic. So I'm thinking, this is definitely some sort of technology, that's causing, this like earthquake machine, resonation machine that Tesla was supposed to have had, terrify the people, keep them down, keep them, on their wits' end of the buildings falling on them. This is a great tool for frightening people and keeping them in fear, is earthquakes. And you can destroy what you want. And you know what? It's really selective as well. We've witnessed this, haven't we? It's the poorer, older buildings. These newer ones that, have some sort of... Do you see it? What the fuck? Can you see that? Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? Because I haven't. Look at that. Yeah. The whole building is going to come down on your head and a plastic basket will save you, you fucking stupid bastards. And they're from Japan. You think they'd know what fucking score is with earthquakes? Yeah, your trolley will save you. It's only a roof, love. It's only hundreds of tons. It's only squash you fucking flat. So yeah, I think electromagnetic disturbance. Big. I'll link this up. These strange light anomalies happen right through the video at different places. Some of the cracks that show up. This is a pretty major. I don't know what the size. The size was. But they're never accurate anyway. It looks quite powerful. So yeah, I know loads of people who live in earthquake zones, which have talked to me about, what it's like. So, dun dun dun. It is 11:11. 111, peeps. Much peace and love to you all. Are we buzzing or what? Are we 500 of you almost on our epic Flat Earth British Think Tank channel, which had a shout today on it? Eric Dubay movie. Martin Liedtke, okay. Oi. Right, fuck it. I think it's about time we had an FEB meet. What you think? Check the options. Okay. So we saw a big fuck off venue for a no rules convention. Guess a whopping 63%. Well, guys, like I said, tried to make connections today. To try and get that kicked off, and I will keep you informed. I think I might be able to pull this one off. Okay, get a few hundred. Call a meet ASAP. Down Cardiff Bay, 4%. Nobody fancies that. All right. Call a meet in South Wales, and then have a big fuck off party. 40%. A few more of you are interested in that. Limited camp convention, solstice in knots at Mel's. 1%. Okay, but that will be very limited. That will be golden ticket affair. Oh, excuse me. Other ideas, most welcome, 17%. Okay, let's see what people are thinking, shall we? Okay, Flat Earth British Think Tank has spoken. Yo. What the fuck happened there? Okay. Right, okay. So nobody here, just an idea. It would be awesome to sit with you and John and Lee. It would be fucking brilliant. And everyone that wants to talk, share. But see, if we had an event or something, I'd wait by the door. And as you all arrived, I would give you all greets and hugs as you enter the building, so I don't miss anyone out. See, I've got it all thought out, guys. Celtic Lee Macaulay says, I'm in, and let's do this and make a live for ones who can make it. Oh, it would definitely go live for the ones who can make it. They would be in my thoughts as well. Can you make Mallorca? Not without a jabbity, old John, my old China. I think international travel might be a little bit limited. Jenny says, who's my friend, love in the midst. I am happy for you all, but she's stuck in Oregon, and they have FE meets in America land. Karen B just pulled off a big one, a second one. You definitely should go and check them out. You meet all the American truthers, which would be epic. So my friend Karen Dirt, much love to Karen, much love to husband Rob. The only voted other ideas because I can't be a part. Oh, see, they're all sulking. Well, now know how it feels. We've been the same over here in Britain, watching you lot over the pond, having a fan-fucking-tastic time. Well, we've been on lockdown doing nothing. Well, they have, I have. I've been doing stuff. Let's meet in Toronto. Meet together in Hampton. Yeah, tell me, I'll shout it. We'll get some peeps there. The camping thing sounds fun. It would be fun. You've never lived until you've hung around with me and fantastic Mellage. Okay, who is truly fantastic. Lavernock Island Festival. Oh, I like that True for Entertainment. Ooh, Lavernock. Oh, on the beach. Oh, booming speakers after a generator. Hold a meet on a spaceship. Yes, Brian Tucker. Michelle, lovely Michelle says, excited to see how this turns out. Yeah, me too. Can you come to Canada? No, I probably can't. I can come and live. Yeah, just all start swimming now. By the time you get over here, we'll have everything set up. Okay, Sonia, are you any good at swimming? You look like you might be a swimmer. Oh, I know you live in Delaware. I know that. Anyway, so desert diagnosis. Yeah, flat pill then. Okay, Scott, South Wales. We have new one down here you can use. We ain't in Cardiff, but we got an Ipswich and Canterbury. Bit of a way is Ipswich, my old China. Been there myself a couple of times. And docked in Ipswich. All right, bear that in mind, Scott. That'd be sweet. But I don't fucking want to go all our way to have a meet. You know, I want to be closer to home. Like mid-England would be brilliant. Like Birmingham. The DJs will be playing. Yeah, got a tune sorted. Got a DJ. I know a DJ. Hire Cinderella in Mumbles. No, she's in Hollywood living, isn't she? Kathleen Zeta-Jones. Yeah, evil witch Cinderella. Everyone come to Florida. Oh, we'd fucking love to. In Ireland, please. Yes, that'd be nice too. Come over to Wales land if you're allowed. No, you're not. Fucking pandemic. Denver, have a big fuck off flat earth party. Sounds awesome. Mate, they've had loads in Denver. Where you been? They had 2 a couple of years ago. I was sick as a parrot that I couldn't go. I could have gone. I should have done a fundraiser and gone. Come to America. I'd love to, Sylvana. Joshua Fukushima. What about boat? Oh, yeah, what about boat? Hire a campsite or a farm. Yeah, that would do. Yeah, with proper flat earth festival with a stage and everything would be fucking fantastic. No rules, no weirdness. So thank you, Joshua. Thanks, Tom Ops Prime. Thanks, my bro. Oh, Mac. Jesper. And Robbie, who says, speak without cursing would be more interesting. No, Rob. Fuck off. So anyway, I'm going to come back. Oh, did I sound rude then? Oh, I did intend to. I swear, get over it. It's not bad intent. Oh, it hasn't made any difference. Have you seen the amount of subscribers I got? I know. I've woken millions of people. I think they overlooked my little indiscretions of the odd fuck word done in the very nicest taste. It makes words, accentuates words, and makes them tastier anyway, yeah. Fuck yeah. See what I mean? Fucking flat fumage. See what I mean? Ruin every time. Sydney. What's happening, my friend? I like that name. Sydney. Nay, Sydney. Brian. Cuffin Brain on Gower. Oh, fucking hell. That would be the best. See that there in the Gower? There's no more beautiful place anywhere on earth. And I ain't even joking. Check it out on Google. It's outstanding beauty. And it is. And it's unspoiled by pylons and shit. It's like really unspoiled. It's like practically a wilderness. It's beautiful. Love for cough. Good to see you. XRP boss, brilliant. Okay, now buckle in because we're going to show some movieage now. Some stuff that I dug out. Okay, now the first one. Let me just remember because my Brian, Michael Plantus, thanks. And Henry. So yeah, lovely videos. Been enjoying that last day or so of you each. So this one is a film about predictive programming. Check this out. I'm going to mute my microphone. Have a listen to this. They call it out like just to the letter. This is absolutely spooky. This is one love to you as well. Thank you. This is spooky, but they call out the pandemic and even nail the year. This was in the 1950s. Public information film. Okay, check this out. Let me mute my microphone.
When you think of the future, you likely envision the remarkable technologies that you've seen in comic books and films. You may begin to picture flying cars, trains driven by electromagnets, or household robots that will see to your every need. While modern scientists agree that many of these inventions are either unlikely or unnecessary, it may surprise you to learn what the future could actually hold. Imagine being able to share your thoughts with millions of people at once, simply by typing them on a keyboard and sending them through the air. Think of what life will be like when all of the many fixtures of an office, including a typewriter and an entire Rolodex, can fit within a device smaller than a loaf of bread. Consider the vacation plans you could make when a single trip on an airplane is all that's needed to visit anywhere on Earth. Yes, the future certainly looks bright, but it isn't without its darker sides. According to some predictions, obesity will likely run rampant, and political corruption will become so commonplace as to be accepted. People with nothing entertaining or informative to say will broadcast their demands for attention, and once beloved performers will become pushers of snake oil. Perhaps worst of all will be the emergence of a deadly and potentially devastating disease. Think of the last time that you contracted influenza. You were likely bedridden for days, having no appetite or desire to play games. Experts predict that by the year 2020, a new virus will rise, spreading from somewhere in Asia to the rest of the world. And with international travel being available to even the most common citizen, a sickness which would have been contained in years past will quickly spread to all corners of the globe.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Predictively programming us. Yeah, absolutely unreal. 1950s. And they're saying all that. And they called out the year. I'm influenza. How the fuck would they know? That's how long they've been planning this shit, guys. So the next bit of movie, okay, is very artistic. Okay, very artistic. And some of the things that you will witness are, holy fuck, how can they do that? Okay, there's nothing pervy going on with the next section at all. Okay, this is just really talented, wholesome females. Okay, so bring on the dancing girls. Well, I thought I was fucking epic. She breaks the matrix. She leans forward and don't fall over. I thought it was really. I'm good like that, bendy. I'm really bendy. I does bendy stuff, but like that was really. I was fucking epic. There's me. She breaks the matrix. Ooh, I'm so loud. She breaks the matrix. Yeah, just like in the film Animatrix. Yeah, with that runner and his shoes just comes off his feet because he's running faster than fucking anything. She's done that. So yeah, that was fantastic. A little bit different. Truthing. Yeah, you can break and bend the matrix. Them chicks just showed you how. Wasn't that fun? Yeah, they were like the Andrews sisters, only not quite. Don't think the Andrews sisters are not really that bendy. I'm in trouble. Anyway, on with the next bit. Let me see if I can remember now which it is. Okay, we got some news and reviews. News and reviews. We've got news and images of the day to talk about, and let me just give you a few shouts. And Ducky Hellfire, I saw it. Zal's very, very wise words. You can do the splits, but man, they were another level. Men are not good with the splits because they got bollocks and they get in the way, wouldn't they? Squash them flat, wouldn't you? But you do see some. Leroy off of Fame could do the splits. It'd be weird, that, isn't it? Hippie Shake, yes, sketches. Everything is connected. We are not like that anymore. Do you know what's to blame? Burger King. Burger King and fast food and everything else. And all of the nice organic food we all lived on in the night. Do you know in the 1970s when I was growing up, everybody was slim. Everybody was fit and slim because we didn't even eat that much, really. It's not like today. It was good, healthy stuff, potatoes and proper food, you know, not processed bullshit. It was all organic. And then it went processed and they started saying, oh, the food's cheaper now, it's processed. All the organic food disappeared. Only to bring the organic food in like a decade later and put top prices on it. It's like, I've fucking seen what happened there. I'm old enough to see what happened there. I've seen that. Bastards. Carlos Russo, Snake Charms and Snake Charmers. Little Fox, Martin, loved them. Thank you. They were fun and made me feel happy too. Okay. Try to keep a straight face while watching it. Human Slinkies, yeah, they were fun, weren't they? So truth attainment. Oh my God, I remember the double amputee at a dirty free party, not dancing but pumping around. Yeah, we had a teacher in school called Mr. Marsh, and he'd fucking punch you if he heard you taking the piss out of your mind. But he had like a wobbly leg, basically a jelly leg. So when he walked, he went like that as he walked. And somebody said like that he won basically a dancing competition, but he only got up to buy a packet of crisps. Yeah. I didn't say that. Big Kush, good to see. That just blew my mind. Everything is just mind-blowing on Flat Earth British. Thought that was fucking known. Wait till the weekend. Flat Day's come in. I've got most of that ready. I've used a bit on this, but I got a bit more to come. Give me boo. True, he was epic. Really, the sexual positions are mind-boggling. Do you know what, David? That never entered my mind that they could self-pleasure in any way. Sorry. No, that's not the only reason I showed it. What the fuck is wrong with you all? Ah, dear. Son of Overlook, I love you too, my brother. 666, bravo. Love life. We do on Flat Earth British. We celebrate just being, yeah, and being grateful for it as well. Yeah. Imagine you woke up and you was like in screaming pain and you had like misery around you and relatives and stuff to giving you pain in the ass and fucking all of that going on. Just be grateful you haven't got it if you haven't got it. Be grateful for what you've got is what I say. A weird film came off that a bit. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to show you a few more things. It's been, what time did I crank up? 10 o'clock. It's been just an hour and a half, haven't it? Don't worry, we've got some more juice. Okay, share some more screen and images of the day, which is a sort of tradition. Oh, Flat Earth British. So first of all, bookage, which is very exciting. I'm excited about this. I really am. I really am. It's part 1, we'll say on there, questions. So it's the Holy Grail of the Great Reset questions, part 1. And I'm going to bring part 2 out just probably November, coming up to Christmas, because then I'm going to try and get people to buy like the Holy Grail trilogy, if that makes sense, the Trinity, which is the whole 3 books, the Holy Grail of the Great Reset, and the first book, the Holy Grail of the Flat Earth, which has been out about a year now, I guess, or just coming up to. So you can take pre-orders for it on Kindle at the moment, and it will be out. Let me just check the date on that. Excuse me, I have it here to get it all right. So it'll be released on the 4th of May. And then it will be released on Amazon later in the month, in a couple of weeks. But I will give you forewarning as when you can pre-order that through this site here, this website. My fucking website going down was a real pain in the ass at this time. I didn't need that. And then on May the 4th, that's released. And then start of June, first week in June, so about 5 weeks, the paperback will be released. Okay, this is just another month over, that's all, but it's there, and I will have that book in my hand in the next few weeks. Okay, but you can read it in advance on Kindle from next Tuesday. So that is fantastic. And something to look forward to. I need to get out and do some work with this book and get people to read it, because it's everything that's never been said. This is the first book of its type in the world. It talks about the mud flood. It explains it all. It explains Tartaria. It explains Antiquitech, free energy, everything, the culprits, the Phoenicians. The whole thing is in this one. And the next one, we'll go a little bit deeper with the watery stuff as well. Okay, Neil deGrasse Post. Let's have a look at some images I've just grabbed today. So I've got a good few of these. These are late 1800s Edinburgh, and the place looks like it's just out of a dream. Literally, it looks like Rip Van Winkle land, or Brigadoon. It looks like Brigadoon. Do you know Brigadoon? Well, somebody goes to sleep and they wakes up like years later. Hiya, Teen, Eldridge, sister, good to see you. And he woke up like 100 years later. And same for Rip Van Winkle, isn't it? And this is like where it's like Rip Van Winkle land. And these houses, I don't know, they've got no curtains. They look like it's just uninhabited old world, but very Tartarian. So many people think that it could be the original Jerusalem. Who knows? So we talk about this quite a lot. I've only got the one to show you, which is Flawless Art, which we cover a lot. But again, check the head out. She's festooned. She has a festoon. She's member of the Osiris cult, and she's festooned. Check this. What's the chances? Did you think this dog's like knows there's a picture of him on the wall? But obviously I've downloaded this image because of nice quality. Don't like the wall. It's all morphing. That might be just me. Look at this door. What would be the architectural point? Just winds me up. That's not even a window. That's a door you can't even go in. Just nutty. So you find that everywhere in the world. And steel bollards as well in antiquity. They're part of it. So that's a nice little snappage. And the water features of the Arab world, which you can still see the influence of the Phoenicians in the Arab world and see the same flowers, but they sort of do a little, little peak with their dome, don't they, to give this an onion dome shape inside. It's still the same thing with a keystone and that going on. And I think there's someone gone asleep in the well. Well. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, Istanbul. When I went to Istanbul, I couldn't walk around much because getting followed around by gangs of 100 teenagers who were going to literally fucking stab us to death. So we started just eating in hotels and drinking in hotels and staying in them, like just to keep out of the way of the public, because it was highly fucking dangerous. And my whole time in Istanbul, twice I've been there, and Üsküdar, one time to Üsküdar on the other side of Dardanelles, and that side as well. I can't ever remember seeing any tasty females. They were all like crusty, like Arabs in D-mob suits, and apparently they have females, and I don't know if they're sun worshipping or they're doing some sort of sun gazing, but it seems some sort of spiritual practice going on. Where were they when I was there? I don't know. They hid them. These pictures I downloaded were called, this collection of photographs were called Cathedral Mountains. They were called Cathedral Mountains. So whoever took these photographs was thinking along the lines of these being like cathedrals. And some of them like have just got like, this looks a bit of tree going on, but just really, really defined edges and coins. And this photographer takes just beautiful compositions and sees doing something with the light. You know, these photographers, they can take photographs of like anything and make it look fucking good. You know, a corner of a room with nothing going on and still make it look good. Bring the wood to life, something like that, you know? Really good talent. So yeah, I'm not sure, but it looks like a big block. You know, this looks like a giant wall, as does that. Looks like it's coming to an end. Vitrified old world, old cities. Look at this thing here. Or natural geological formation over 100 million years of sedimentary stuff. I think it's more likely that a lot of these, something completely different, like civilization, fantastically big civilization. Look at that there, that straight line as well. Some of them are pyramidical for a reason. That one looks like it's been bent with heat. That one, and that tower there, wow, that could definitely be a tree trunk, definitely. In fact, this one could be, yeah, doesn't have to be parallel, yeah, you know, uniformic here. It's just chopped off, messy. And that one looks like a tree chopped off, and that one as well, wow, look at these peaks. There's a road going up there, maybe. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. These are fantastic images. These are in America, by the way, and just beautiful images. Now this is a suburb. I thought was a suburb in Istanbul. Again, nice, really nice photograph. But it's an acropolis. These are like tombs or, you know, graves. Couples there, just left out in the city like that. Strange, packed up, but most populous city in Europe. I guess I understand why, 20 million people. So 1940s probably, by the look of their hair, and that would be really nice to walk past that shop or that cafe's window, wouldn't it? Not too shabby at all. Like, none of them. So they're nice, aren't they? Yeah, thought you'd appreciate that. And you can buy hamburgers, hot chocolate, and cheeseburgers, 29 cents, and tea's 5 cents. Wonder what they're thinking. Anyway, so these were passed to me yesterday by a subscriber who lives in Turkey by the name of Navi. So I thank him. And we went to a star fort, and bang in the center of star fort was this bandstand, which we definitely think is something else going on with these, and carousels. And yeah, he was there yesterday, and he took these and sent them over. So these were only taken yesterday in southern Turkey, and it's a civilization, star fort, fantastic. Yeah. Give me a little narrative behind it. Oh, excuse me. So it's just the remains, and it's in a place called, excuse me, it's strewn with stones that have a decipherable language on them, which to my eyes looks exactly like the Tatarian that we see. So it's called Kal-Mageddon. Kal-Mageddon, like Armageddon, but Kal-Mageddon. Kal-Mageddon is this site, and it's a star fort, and it's in Turkey. And look how deep this thing goes. This is ground level up here, and then you have this wall, and then all of this down here. Wow, fantastic. And, you know, obviously red brick, isn't it? And you got some outside footage, but like I said, it's a proper ruined star fort. And it's got the name of Armageddon, but with kill on the front. So Kill-mageddon. It's uncanny. And that language, which we've seen all over Tartaria on them stones, is exactly the same. It's exactly the same stones as well. It's like a sigil at the top there. No, it's a man. Arms open. No, a cross there as well. Excuse me. And these standing stones in the site of this star fort. So really interesting. Not sure what that means. Hand hanging off a cross, facing down. So I've been thinking about standing stones. I should visit. We have done, you know, some of this in Flat Earth British, but I've got so many really precious standing stone sites, some of the best in the world, close by. You know, Junior Bowl, really close by. And you know, in this Neolithic era, where they say they just woke up one day and decided to, you know, just make massive monuments out of the biggest stone they could chew that they couldn't even lift, etc. It's just an impossible thing, you know. So what are the standing stones for exactly? Are they put there later, 1800s, 1700s? Maybe we can see some of them. And what were their purpose? Well, some of them are magnetic. Some of them line up celestially. But what was their true purpose? I think they were focal points. I think they were meeting points maybe for crossover ley line points. So again, this is in Istanbul, and it says there underneath this lady who's been pulled by all of her sproggages, it says Melanie. Under there, it says Mel. Nice mud floater too. Did you see that? Mel, you're on there. Melanie says there in Istanbul. What's the chances? And it says at. And this is inside the star fort. Some pictures taken in the snow. So it has snow in that part of Turkey. I think it's Bulgar and Anatolia. So this could be the old Tanish in the Bible. So they had the water features. Something's taken out of here. And the water have stopped. Nice old tree. Look at that tree, all bendy. Wow. That's a nice tree. So Napoleon. Check this out, the monument of the emperor. And what's he doing, Napoleon? So he's basically giving people an angry stare on the defensive, looking pissed off because what? Because they are what? Because they're chiseling into stone and he doesn't want them to. Architecture. So all of what it looks like is classical architectures lying around. These guys got hammers and he's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? You messing with my history? My story? No, me squire? No, never. You're the emperor, ain't you? So these are really, really nice. I dug out and I'm sure they are sort of Phoenician floats for bringing some stuff in on horses, or these people, or wherever they are. But what unusual tech going on here? What do you think this is? Is there a clock? Why would you have a clock on a float? And how would this work? It's just on snow. And this bird, I'm not sure what bird it is. So it's not the fishy thing with this. Now, is this what I think it is? The griffin. I think it's a dragon. It hasn't got a dragon's head though. It has a dragon's feet, has wings. Could be a griffin. Yeah, it's really nice designs on them. Christ. And oh yeah, I got some pictures here of India coming up. So this is in Lisbon. Now remember I said this place was destroyed in the 1700s and earlier again. The port of Lisbon in Portugal, and they have this crazy big fort there. How long has this mini star fort looking thing been there if everything gets destroyed by a tsunami over and over again? And what's he watching out into the Atlantic for? Yeah, it looks like he's a member of the French Foreign Legion. What's he expecting to turn up? And what's the big fuck all communication aerial in the background? Just don't know. Again, I think this one is again Madrid. It's not Portugal, but Madrid. And I've looked at this city many times. It is fantastically big. Now, see this monument here, guys? Remember I mentioned maybe 100 times that I think these things are infinitely deeper because they're older. They would have to be because of the mud flood. Check some of the proof that I dug up. So look at this, the decoration on this thing. Absolutely not an inch unchiseled or unaffected. I wonder what that is on top of the dome. Whatever it is, it's gone fuzzy. Maybe it's illuminating. And these big buildings with the Phoenician stuff on it, all out in the middle of nowhere. All brand new trees because they've just been planted, and nothing outside but mud. That's what you always get. So yeah, you get the remnants of the old world showing off, but look at the waves that they have in the Central Park here. See this? And this is that's still in Lisbon. Sorry, that's not Madrid. It's Lisbon still. They have like the remnants of the old world and Greco-Romano architecture, but this wavy floor is the sea, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely beautiful. That. If that's still there. Oh, this is nice. Look at that building there. How I saw only upstairs is showing. The rest is underground. Oh dear, 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 dear. I think the mud came in this way. Nice electrical trams. Nice photographs, by the way, really clear. But again, vanilla skies and stuff blocked out. And there's something here, maybe. Seem to have some sort of background interference there with every single photograph I show you. There's nothing in the background. So check this out. Yeah. I think that's in Delhi. I've been looking into Delhi and I've been looking into Bombay and again Singapore because what you're getting is just the most fantastical architecture. Look, there's the top of a dome there going deeper, just missing. Onion domes, tech. So this will be your substation like you get at the end of your street just to keep the whole street going with power back in the day. And gates. Or medieval town walls everywhere in the world had them, and they're nothing to do with keeping enemies out. They're to do with they're either EM attack breaks, or maybe portals where you demagnetize, or portals where you arrive, like literally from somewhere else, or a whole number of ideas. Maybe something to do with pandemic checkpoints, etc. But yeah, these would stop like waves of mud, maybe up until they get too high. And here we go. The Romans, what they call the Phoenicians in Bombay. But Bombay has fantastic architecture. And I'll take note of this one here. These are all over India. I've posted about them before. They are made of iron. And they're random, nothing on top of them. And they're just dotted around all over India and Bangladesh. It's just these iron poles. Inexplicable, but they have to be something to do with that energy of the past, that free energy thing. This one looks like a little pyramid going up. Again, just in the middle of nowhere. And everyone else, I guess, is living like shit. But look at this. How beautiful that is. Like a little Taj Mahal, but not the Taj Mahal. No, this has taken some damage, hasn't it? Look at the transformation of stones. You've got the ancient sort of biblical age here, what they would call. In Damas, and then the mud brick maybe at top, but it's all worn off. I would say water, maybe flood damage, with all of the shit up against it. Interesting building, interesting wall, and how they keep their dead. This is in Syria, not Damascus, another city. They got all of the Antiquitech towers and the domage going on of a derelict building, the top of it. Because it looks like the rest is underground, and it even still looks damp there. It even still looks damp, and all the bricks are off. And all of these look like they all died at the same time to me. They're very pneumorphomic, these graves. I thought to myself, the first moment I saw it was, did they all die at the same time? So they all look like them graves are fresh, yeah? Do they? Look like them graves are fresh? Added to? All the same stone. So I was thinking, like, fuck me, did they all die in an instant? Is these the reset dead? Just like in one go. Boom. What happened? Telling photo of that. Again, this is in Syria, Damas, Might be Damascus, I think, gate. And you got this arch, which is mostly blocked. This this wall has, can you see this? This column? Well, there's an arch there, and it would have been this big. Yeah? So this thing would have been absolutely massive in its day. And nothing ever makes the mark compared to the old world. Nothing ever. Yeah, this is certainly buried. Certainly buried. So, okay, Damascus. And look at inside their architecture. Nice striping going on. Nice planter. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I love that. And there's some Syrian women. And I was thinking, well, they don't look exactly what you'd expect of the Arab world. Maybe a little with her, but she looks more Welsh. She looks like she's from Grangetown. And she looks more Irish, and the way they're dressed as well. They look like maybe gypsy, but she looks like she could be in Irish national dress or Welsh even. The similarities are uncanny. I really was surprised to see what they look like. And this is Varanasi in India on the Ganges, where you go in to do your Ganges thing and be absolved of all your sins, okay, by the multi-handed Krishna, right? But the whole place is antique, protect out, and they got these mud walls here, okay, they've packed all this mud around these massive older buildings. But check this, some of the vistas out here for Varanasi. Check that out. So they got these like units, if you like, with stacks and stacks of these smaller units all clumped together in a pyramidal form right away along on the river. So I'm guessing the water is part of it. Another one there. You know, these are not just for decoration on the sides of the Ganges, guys. These are fucking technologies. Asian technology still harnessed today. These fucking people know it. This is water tech. This is why they're going in the Ganges. This is why the people know about this. Yeah, they you know, it's so sacred to them. You know, this ritual they do with the Ganges. Look at this thing. It's got plants growing out of it. Wow. What are them circles there, I wonder? Oh, they're just covers because it's boiling up. All right. Wow. Smoke Ganj be holy. I fucking totally agree with that. Check this building out here then. So you got to look at this domage thing on the water itself. And the size of this thing here on the coast, on the water. Wow, look at the transformations in architecture. I can hardly make any sense of it. What era is this? What era is this? Who is, you know? All right, it's, you know, Moorish and Baroque and everything going on here. But wow, guys, this place is fucking fantastic. So this is supposed to be in a Switzerland museum years ago. I can't verify, confirm, and deny if whether this elongated giant's head ever existed. But it was flying around, and I've seen a couple of narratives back in the day that the people in the Swiss museum were definitely saying this was a thing. Okay, check him out. Elongated skulls. Yes, it's something that's spoken about quite a bit. Do I think it's a thing? Well, maybe. Do I think they had their head bound, so it grew that way? No, not necessarily. I think they were different species from somewhere else. So, in the Vatican itself, you have a statue of a papal dude doing a hand sign, etc. And they lift the veil up to show you what is hiding under the veil. And what you've got is a nasty little dragon, who is a reptilian, hiding under the Pope. His controller is Satan. Oh, fuck me. Please don't tell me I can't blow this up any. Oh, let me try. Excuse my language. You told off for that tonight. Oh, well, this is in Liverpool. And there's one of those water features or statues I showed you. And they did a refurb on the building. And this is how deep it actually goes. In fact, it's got a door in it and windows underneath that water feature. I'll blow this up and I'll get it better for you by the time the weekend comes and show you. It's fucking fantastic, this shot. But it just proves these water features are just at the top of all of this tech look. Look how deep that goes. In Liverpool, that one, guys. Yeah. Up on a rope. Okay, and there's another one of those plaques, but it seems to have an inscription in this one, but they can put that in at any time. The beauty about stone is you can put it in at any time. and it will stay there for infinitely long time period. So they were experimenting in the past with some sort of weaponry technology. Now, this may have been some sort of parabolic mirror technology to shoot something out of the sky. So what we got here, okay, is a gantry. This mirror tilts, and these are individual small mirrors. So they made some sort of super high tech laser beam image in this era. Okay, and there was a giant mirror. And this one as well, I can only guess that with this device here, he's intensifying the sunlight. What could it be used for? Energy? Well, for sure. To electric effect. And here it is. So it's a Manuel Antonio Gomes, 1904, parabolic burning glass instrument, and it focused solar energy. We're looking at a gun. Replacing damaged mirrors with cheaper pieces. So the effects will rapidly heat up when exposed to direct sunlight. Weather conditions will heavily affect the temperature, obviously. So yeah, if you're in the sun, basically, and it's a good day, you can use this and it will fucking burn anything away. And there's the design for said parabolic mirrors. And we've seen these used in antiquity. I think they were used a lot more than we give them credit for. I think they could have been infinitely technical, and I think they could have delivered, you know, a high intensity beam at focal point. You know, if you can get this stuff to directionalize like it looks like from the angle and the curve here that they managed to achieve, then you're looking at a fantastical weapon. And here it is in Syracuse. I've been there, Syracuse in Sicily, and it was used the Archimedes parabolic mirror for burning ships. This wall here I've been on, and it is massively high. When you look over, you're like, I feel fucking dizzy. And a beautiful shot in India of a red brick tower. Don't know what it does. It's a doubtful chimney with all them holes in it, and the tree is adhered to it. So the old world and nature in perfect symbiosis. So I thought that was really beautiful. Not just me. Maybe you guys appreciate it. 462 of you. Fab. Make sure to subscribe to all Flat British channels, including Lee and everybody else who I just mentioned. Okay. Crudin Onzays, who should have more subscribers. There was no gold rush. People were dumped into excavated ancient cities covered in mud floods. And there's a picture of it, which is exactly what happened. And even some narratives of Native Americans will tell you that that was the case. So no gold rush, digging out that fucking shit and getting that buildings back. I looked at this image and I was struck by it. And what struck me was the color was beautiful. I don't know what it is, just maybe you've done something to O'Brien. But this thing here looked like got an eye there and it looked like a head. You see it? Maybe that's why they took it, because they usually, like, if it's a feature, they usually take the photograph because they can see something. It looks like a bit of a head going on. But anyway, oh, beautiful color. I love that green and browns. So, I don't know, Jewish or the Hebrew conception of the universe. And there's the shoal or the shell, apparently. So could it be something like this? Yeah, probably. And could it be that we have waters above? Yes, because it tells us there. And it's not only them, it's the Greeks, it's the Jewish, and the Romans. Now, I got something really interesting to show you next post, guys, on the weekend, which have been put forward. I showed Lee, Flat Earth British Sub, today, and he thought it was highly fucking interesting as well. And I'll show you that on the weekend. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm going to give you all a big shout. Going to get to the food department in a minute. I'm fucking starving. Might have egg on toast. Millage! Am I silly? Do I do your head in? Yeah, of course I do your head in. Hendrik von Cat 2. She's the only one who puts up with me. Love in the Mist. Does the dome go all around, but why it looks like a sphere? That could be the scam. Maybe they're saying in some of these narratives, like when they're saying, oh, like it appeared like a globe, because you got like the dome above and maybe the dome below as well, appearing that it's in a domed globe. Could be that. Could be the case in some of these narratives. But, you know, this narrative of the globe, you know, it's a relatively new concept. You know, they say 500 years, 1400s or something. So we'll talk about it on the weekend. I'll explain all. Finally, you solved the fake gold rush. Thank you, Martin. My pleasure, my brotherly. Real food cooked with the sun real fast. That'd be good. Fry an egg on a tank, like they did in North Africa in the war. Candelicious. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lee. I am created. Good to see you. Holy shizzle. Bronk. The BROK. It's a giant. Could be. Perspective indeed, my friend. And Connor Moore. Looks like a mirror. It is. Michael DeSilvo. Your memes and tweets are improving as you're getting more and more awake, Michael, I must say. Something you don't see every day. You should spend more time around Flat Earth British think tank. Yeah, coming along in leaps and bounds. In fact, all of us are. Coming on strong. And now it's on. Yeah, I mean it's on. I mean Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, he's gonna have his ass served to him in a fucking handbag or whatever. Yeah, he's gonna get served, Joe. No, dance on his head. Can't wait. They got nothing. Amazing. Thank you, Hippie Shake Trees. I've been brother kind of dummy. Deco Glacier as well. Blinded by the light. 10 points. Anyone who knows who sung that, Blinded by the Light. The credit is due. And what else we got? Just Soldier. Mirrors. Let me shake again. And Laurie sure. Laurie Sapris Adu. And Scotty Wadles is here, my brother. From another mother in Windy City. Lovely, pretty Joy. Good to see you. You are sort of a. They have them too. Parabolic indeed. Parabolic. Trees of smuts. Bag. Lee. No, the VAG bit is to graphics. I didn't show any VAG. Did I? I don't know. I got a fucking short-term memory. Tom Stanley, major usage always, my brother. Wait till the weekend. We got so much. We're gonna have a hoot anyway. We'll have a laugh the weekend. Okay, it's what we do, yeah. Squirrel Sniper. We was worried about you. We thought the electric might have gone in your tree because it's windy. It's not that windy. Open her up. Okay, let's move on. Brent is here as well. Brent Mosley. Any relation to the Mosley? Oh, I certainly hope not. Big Kush. Andy Griffin looks like a power plant. Indeed, they do. And they are. No bed, states Jamel Soldier, who God even knows, by the way. Sunken nuclear radium generator. Yeah. We've nailed that radium. Definitely a thing. I am human. Oh, my God, she states. God, Michael's here. And Future of the Past. Make sure to subscribe to Future of the Past because you're doing glorious work. And do appreciate anybody who comes out and does truth. It's a very, very beautiful thing. Son of Overlook, Tristan's good year, Tristan. Batteries. I wanted to find that thing somebody was going on about Lavanok. Girl from Anatolia. I mentioned Anatolia. Looks Turkish. It's on the border of Anatolia. I told you that. Yeah. Anatolia girl. Watch the film Sherpa. They have a device in the village with dome bells on it. Sherpa. Okay, will do. I was going to watch Bear Island, which is Alistair MacLean book, in it with Donald Sutherland, but basically it was 2 hours and I couldn't be bothered. I've done work instead. But I will might watch it later. Fancied watching that. I read the books, brilliant. It's all Cluage in Bear Island. Alistair MacLean knows a thing. And Scarlett, I was going to say Scarlett O'Hara, Scarlett O'Scara. I'm pretty sure he doesn't say douche. Yeah, I used to say douche. They used to, when I used to eat meat, they used to do these little pasty things in Greg's. And they used to say, "Can I have a douche, please?" And they used to give them to me, and I never knew what a douche was. Obviously, they didn't either, so that was good. I've only recently learned this phrase anyway. I don't like it. It sounds caloric. Holy cow, Jesus loves you, flat thumbs. Flat thumbs to you. I'm happy that you're happy. And shake it. Do the hippie hippie shake. Do it. No, do it in your room. Get up and do the hippie hippie shake. Martin trying to make you all dance. Mushum. Do the hippie hippie shake. And Fritz Patterson's here. And Blazer 71 here. Right then, that's 2 hours. And I will be back on the weekend. I've got an interview tomorrow night. I'm going to be posting on the weekend as well. That will be concerning health matters. Manfred Mann, 10 points, Daniel P. If you get 1,000 points, you win a Flat Earth British. I haven't got anything left. I've given everything away. I got books coming. Keep them points going. Okay, we'll do some sort of point thing. There she was, just walking down the street, singing. She looked good. She looked fine. You're supposed to be singing the other bit. Oh, you were. I know you were. Leslie Ashcroft, good to see you. Can't wait for shills to have their asses handed to them in public. It's going to be fan-fucking-tastic. I'm so excited. Leslie, I am. I love it. I love it to see when bad people come unstuck. Planting herbs out for the day. Good for you, little fox. Keep them herbs planted. Sugar. Parrot head. Hiya. Hi, parrot head. You got a head like a parrot. You keep repeating stuff. Happy fedora. It's not a fedora. It's a fucking trilby. I think. I don't know. Drink some lemon lime water, Hilly. Yeah, good advice. See, Mel, she's always trying to care for people looking after them. So everybody's mum or something, or everyone's best friend. And what's 100 in Welsh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So deg is 10. So it's 4 deg. It's 100. Da-da-da! Bad fishbowl. We used to do, one finger, one thumb, keep moving. One finger, one in school, because we was like brainwashed and all, and we had to speak Welsh. No, it was the other way. We had to speak English, but we are Welsh. We went in beast in bar, keep moving, but in Welsh. I was terrible at Welsh. And my Welsh teacher was a psychopath. She didn't like me anyway. Okay, now. Lee, FEB sub, did a great one today. Yes, Steve Richards, my brother in arms. He did indeed. Denise Max, any relation to Howard? I doubt it. But it'd be good if you were. Did he leave you any money? Martin is Welsh Jerry Lewis. I used to fucking love Jerry Lewis films. When I was a kid. It was my favourite ever. When Easter used to come and he used to put all them films on Christmas, I used to think, I hope they put the Road to movies on. Or D-Martin and Jerry Lewis. They was fabulous. But I did like the Road to movies with Bob Hope as well. Because they had like Rita Hayworth and stuff. It was really cool. Connor Moore. I know too much stuff about the old movies. It's really wrong. But like, it's retro. We're going all like 1940s. Yeah. History repeats itself every time, guys. So that's the style. We're going full Effie gangster. Gangster. Okay. Yeah, I'm created. I might be on my own with that. So don't worry about it. Okay. No, that's not a necessity. Finally, you solved the fake. Oh, yeah, I fucking read that. All right, then I'm going to cut out now. And that's enough for one day. I will be back on a weekend on the Martin Liedtke channel with Flat Earth British Think Tank. It's flat a day experience. I will prepare tomorrow and we'll have loads there. Saw Jerry Lewis Boxing Day yesterday. Boxing yesterday. Oh, I love Jerry Lewis stuff. I hope he was a decent chap because he had me in stitches when he played the Mad Scientist one in the Mad Scientist one. I can't remember. Gangsta, innit, mate? Yeah, with the FEB crew. So there's GoPro UK, who is Keith. Hi, Keith. What's happening, my brother? And Slim Pickens. And Nick Reed. Thanks to you as well. Anyway, Nostar, peace and love to you all. Keep your vibration up. If you need me, MartinLiedtke7@gmail.com. Okay, support my channel, comment and send information, anything that you think that might be important, and we will work off of that, because that's what we do, because we're think tank. Okay, martinliedtke7@gmail.com, there you are. Okay, for information, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and there's Missy L. Okay, then Nostar to you all. Saturday, see you Saturday. Okay, hope you enjoyed tonight. What has it been about? Can't even remember because Brian's gone. No, I literally can't remember. And oh yeah, Neil deGrasse Twatson. Anyway, that'll be fun. I can't wait. Fat thumbs. I got to leave my stomach. I'm fucking literally, taking away my precious eating time. And I got to get on. Okay. Nutty Professor. Thanks, Keith. Nutty Professor. Keith, you also win 10 points. I should do a tally, yeah? Okay, you also win 10 points, my friend. Yeah, I got to leave. Yeah, I can't stay up all night. The Bendy Girls. I'm glad Dave Wickinson appreciated the Bendy Girls. I appreciated the Bendy Girls. I thought they were very, very talented. Yes. Moonbeam. Did you know Burt Lancaster used to be in the circus? Yeah, apparently he was a trapeze artist and he broke his back. And if he hadn't broke his back, he wouldn't have been a film star. Now, Burt Lancaster got one of those names, haven't he? Says it all, don't it? It's like Chuck Norris. Hang on. You got to check. If you mention Chuck Norris in any negative content, there's a high possibility that he would show up. Not that I would say anything negative about Chuck fucking Norris. Yeah, I do appreciate that. He's like Elvis. He's like a god to you people, there, isn't he, Chuck Norris? I'm just making sure he doesn't turn up. He's got a habit. He just turns up like that, Chuck Norris. Wow! But you don't do that. You know what I mean. Anyway, Susie Q. Good to see you. Susie Q. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm going to have a giggling fit. I just had a funny thought. It's the song I heard the day about this guy and he went out with a girl and she looked like Bruce Lee. It's like, that's not a good thing. She looked like Bruce Lee. Tracy Reed and Mickey Wallbanger. It's like a head banger, like a Harvey Wallbanger. Breathe, don't eat. Yeah, fuck no. Lee, you don't stop eating. I need food, yeah? I waste away quickly, yeah? I'll be emaciated in seconds and looking like a Biafra. I'll be like, that, in a minute. I need to eat all the time. I got a food thing going on. I got to feed my tapeworm. Yeah, I'm the internet worm. Yeah, if I stabbed my tapeworm, it would come on my mouth. Yeah, it'd be like, that's not bad. It would be like a conger eel attacking the screen with teeth. You don't want to see that, do you guys? Just feed me now. Ain't that a real brother for you? Notice yourself. I will. I'm only having a snackage, but I've been doing stuff for hours now. Okay. Anyway, thank you all. Thank you, Glass Show, my friend. Thank you all. Peace and love to you all, and I'll see you on the next. Okay, stay happy and stay positive. Okay, stick with the plan. Everything is working out splendidly. Okay, the whole of civilization is crumbling. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, and space nonsense is about to be a bye-bye. So we'll see that NASA off definitely as quick as we can, because I reckon the flat Earth awakening is going plain wide, is what I reckon. I feel really good about that. It's something I've really, really wanted. So everyone know the truth about this place and what we're standing on, which is not a spinning fucking ball, by the way. Anyway, I'm gone. Flat Earth rocks. We are literally fucking fantastic. Okay, FEB Think Tank, thank you. And we had a good shout today in Flat Earth movie as well. So feel good about that. That's all of you as well. All of you. It's not me. It's Flat Earth British Think Tank, because he says that. So feel proud. Okay, peace and love to you all. Good.